Hey, welcome to Sean and Sean talk about shit.
Y'all getting the video version?
Yeah.
What?
Video, we growing.
I'm gonna feel like an adult.
Yeah, we growing.
All right. So,
Yeah.
Sean, in the news, man, we gonna jump right on in, right? Get right into this. In the news, Russia and Ukraine.
Right.
Still going strong.
Yeah.
Yesterday, the UN, I believe it was the UK specifically, announced that they felt like Russia has committed war crimes.
Yes.
So now they all in on
yes.
the Ukrainians.
Yeah, and it's funny because that's something they've been saying for months. I mean, almost since this thing got kicked off, that Russia's been committing war crimes with the banned weapons that they've been using. I think they found out the other day that they confirmed the other day that the Russians were using the I forget what the weapon is, that basically when the bomb explodes, it sucks all the air out of the
out of like a hydrogen bomb.
Yeah, and that was weaponry was banned.
Okay.
I mean, ultimately we talked about war.
Yeah.
So
what's the fairness in war, first of all?
Right.
But then my question is this, right? So I just feel weird about it because neither one of these countries want to be a member of the UN.
Right.
Both of them have expressed that at the conclusion of this war, they will not be members of the UN.
Right. And we continue to pour resources into
my problem with
this thing.
Yeah, my problem with the American side is that, like, everybody had an issue with President Trump supporting Russia, right? Mm-hmm. So we know if this war would have kicked off, we know who he would have been behind.
We know who he'd have been behind, right?
Nobody has an issue with President Biden supporting the Ukraine.
Right.
Both of them have business interests in those places.
Right.
And their children have business interests in those places.
Right.
So we could understand why they would back those sides. But how do people not have a problem with President Biden supporting the Ukraine? We give them billions.
Right.
We're not even doing reparations for the descendants. We could have billions going. Come on, man.
Tanks. How many tanks did we send?
In a war that we not in.
Yeah.
And then at the conclusion of the war, we're not going to get anything because these people are not going to be part of the UN.
No, it is not a rental car service. We will not be getting those M1 Abrams back.
It's like they went to Hertz. Hey, bro, can y'all let me in? They didn't see the Tom Brady commercial. Let me get can I rent some tanks? What?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We are not getting any of that stuff back. We never get any of that stuff back. And look at the history of when America is involved in conflicts. Look at Afghanistan.
Indeed.
Look how much stuff we left over, to billions of dollars worth of equipment.
Iraq.
Yeah. That ultimately got taken over by the people that we were trying to stop from taking over that country in the first place.
What was it worth?
Yeah.
And I'm saying, like, now, even that though, like, even in that space, right? Kuwait and Iraq, right, belong to the UN. These UN countries. We talking about two countries that's not gonna ever be part of the UN. Why does anybody care? Right?
I believe Zelensky is playing the smart role by saying that he's kind of forcing the hand of everybody else by now he's pushing this agenda that Putin won't stop. Once he gets Ukraine, he will keep going. He will keep. It'll be a globe-trotting effort.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that either.
I don't think that's a thing.
It seems to be an argument that's working because he continues to get support while saying he's not going to join the UN.
I'm saying America has expressed yesterday. The president of America, Joe Biden, says that American money is about to help fund their social security system, right? Like social services. We have in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Not for people who
ours is going away.
Not for refugees coming to the country.
Right.
We talking about money that's going just to the Ukraine. I'm saying these same programs exist in America. They trying to get rid of Social Security in America. We finna help build another one in a different country.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Well, we're not in the room where it happens, as what was that Hamilton?
Yes.
Would say.
Yes.
You know?
That's
so you never know what's going on. Like I said, we were talking about what's his name, Kevin McCarthy, who was not going to be the Speaker of the House, Then all of a sudden, over the weekend, he became the Speaker of the House when nobody was looking.
When nobody was paying attention.
So
they just slipped it in we don't know. We don't know. Drop.
We don't know what's happening in those rooms. We don't know what's being discussed. We don't know what's being agreed upon.
That's what
you just wake up Monday morning and be like, oh, this is what we doing.
That's how we found out about the government shutdown.
Yeah.
It's like, they're not going to shut it down over the weekend. Right. Monday morning, hey, y'all don't got to go to work today.
Yeah.
What? That's insane, man.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, for the people, this is why I always be telling people to get politically savvy. Like, you have to learn what the legislators are doing that's in your area, and if they're not acting on behalf of the neighborhood, your community, they're not listening to the community and doing things that's gonna benefit your community. Bro, do something else. They only, people be talking about term limits. Oh, they need term limits for Congress. They don't. They only could be there for 6 years. You don't have to vote for them every time.
Right.
They gonna be there for 6 years. You gone, sir, ma'am. Go home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Did you see that Sarah Palin announced that she was not Sarah Palin? I'm sorry. We'll cut that out. The old governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley. She was the Nikki. So did you see that Nikki Haley was announced that she's running for the White House in 2024?
I did not.
Yeah, she announced last week that she was running for the White House in 2024. I have experience with Nikki Haley. I was living in Columbia, South Carolina when she was the governor, and I was working for ABC.
Okay.
So I was in the governor's mansion all the time for coverage.
Right.
And I don't want to. I'm not trying to.
You couldn't even hold it in.
I'm just trying to say, not probably the best choice to run our country. Probably not the best choice to run our country. But I get what she's doing. She's probably not aiming to be the president. She's probably aiming. You know how you aim high and then you land where you land.
Yeah,
so she's looking for vice president. Probably she's probably looking for something higher than what she was.
I could dig
should the Republicans win the White House. But I was listening to her promises that she was telling everybody, and it made a lot of sense. But it's like, how are you going to pull this off? She was pushing term limits heavy for Congress.
They don't need them.
It's like, yeah, we just need to vote.
That's it.
Right?
People just need to vote.
We just need to get people out there by voting, right?
Vote
that's the term limit.
That's
right?
it. Right.
Like, vote.
That's it. Don't not vote.
Right.
Right. And don't just complain and then not vote.
Right.
Like, as you're complaining, vote them out.
Right.
The very first time that somebody see that they're going to get put out of Congress, everybody else start acting right.
Right, exactly. And then she was also saying something that I necessarily don't really agree with. I'm half and half. She was saying that every politician over the age of 75 needs to take a competency test.
I agree with that.
Which is, but if you can't, you can't do that for jobs.
You saying that's age discrimination? It's
yeah,
not, because so mentally, right? Just just knowing, like, mentally, as you get older, right, your brain become it is used to being used.
Okay,
right?
right.
So just to prove that your brain is still functioning in the proper fashion to govern people, I think that's prudent.
So if that's, then I think we got to do it for everything.
Well, the retirement age for regular people, for the public sector, is 65.
Right.
So if you talking about somebody that's 75, that's you above the retirement age, the national retirement age.
But you never have to take a driver's test again. Like, you don't have to prove that you're still good enough to drive after a certain age. Do you?
In some states, yeah.
Okay. I've never been to one of those states.
Yeah, so like the state of Illinois, once you hit 65,
you got to take the driver's test again.
They have to make sure that you are able to get on the road.
Now, I've seen people lose their license that were older because they made a mistake, or they weren't in their right mind while they were driving and something happened. But I've never been in a state where you have to retest once you reach a certain age.
So that's a preventative measure, though, right? So we saying at 75, you still rocking and rolling doing your job, but we want to make sure that you are, number one, listening to your constituents, right, which is part of your competency.
Which none of them, they aren't.
Right. Understanding the technologies that your constituents are using to communicate with you.
They're hiring people that understand that.
And then just kind of really being in a place. You only work 100 days out the year on the Hill. So them other 265, you should probably be in a space where people can communicate with you. And I think it's prudent for somebody to do that because you governing the people, right? You're not working at McDonald's. You don't. You know what I'm saying? You're not working at the local car wash, right? You are in charge.
I mean, you don't want to put your hand in a fryer either.
That's
like,
I feel like that's a responsible thing as Americans, and I don't think we have to make it derogatory, right? I don't think it could be made into a derogatory thing. I think that if we use it as a tool to say we just want to make sure the country's functioning at its optimal level, that's cool. Just think about the experience that older people bring to the table.
Right. If
they are older and they are competent and have that experience, it should be listened to, but we should be able to digest it in the form that's proper for us.
Okay, cool. All right, so to recap, Uncle Puddin', we still down on you.
Uncle Puddin', we are definitely down on you still.
Zelensky, you on your way.
No, I'm down on you.
Yeah.
G. I'm down on you. Because there's a lot of people who can't eat because you eating. And that's weird. I don't get. I'm down on you, G.
Did you know he was the voice of Paddington the Bear?
I did.
I think we talked about that before.
He an actor.
Yeah, he was a stand-up comedian.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. That's interesting.
I'm just saying, gang.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what made him run for president. Like, what made him go from stand-up comedian to politics?
Because people like people that's on TV. That's how President Trump became president.
Oh, you're saying he benefited from his celebrity over
President
there.
Ronald Reagan was on TV.
Yeah, he was a big-time actor. Yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's one of those things. There's a popularity contest. A lot of young people voted for President Trump, and he became the president because they saw him on The Apprentice.
On The Apprentice. My brother told me that.
They didn't have no other reason to vote for him, but that's what they saw.
My youngest brother told me he turned 18 during Trump's election, and he voted because he remembered watching Donald Trump on The Apprentice, and he thought that Donald Trump was the man because of The Apprentice.
So now just imagine how many people saw President Zelensky for all these years doing all of this kids programming, adult program. You know what I'm saying? Like all. Of course he's popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, you be the president, sir. And then call Joe Biden and tell him to give you $40 billion.
Yeah. He gonna get it.
He got it already.
Yeah,
we at the point where we like at 50-something billion sir. And we talking about we can't feed the people in America.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all get it together.
All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be coming back for y'all.
We're right back.
All right. Welcome back to Sean and Sean Talk About Shit.
Welcome back.
Oh.
You already laughing.
I can't help it, man.
This guy is a superstar on our show.
Yes.
George Santos.
Still down on you. What?
Yeah.
Tell him what's happening, Sean.
Before we get into that, how can you discover that, like, a villain is a villain, like by their acts? Like, lots of people talk about diabolical things, but they don't actually, and then you say, oh, he's just a talker.
Yeah.
This person but the real villains have a track record of what they've done.
Diabolicality is what I like to call it.
Yeah. Nikki over East loves that word, by the way.
That is a word.
She adopted that word.
Everybody can use that. When you start to experience how diabolical somebody is, you have to measure it on the diabolicality scale.
Yeah, it's a scale. So George Santos, we just discovered that, one, he lied about his mother dying in 9/11, which is the worst.
The worst.
He lied about his grandparents being in the Holocaust. Yes. He lied about being Jewish. Mm-hmm. He lied about going to college and graduating.
Yes.
He lied about being an athlete in college.
Yes.
I'm 5.
Yeah, you already
5 already.
One hand down.
Yeah. He lied about being a volleyball player and beating. He said he was in a match where he beat one of the world's who is currently one of the world's greatest volleyball players.
Yes.
And now I'm watching CNN the other day, and they're interviewing these Amish people, and George Santos stole their puppies. He stole their puppies. They were breeders, and Santos showed up with his aide, and they were all excited, and he was like, I want that one, and that one. 3 puppies he wanted. His aide picked the puppies up. Santos, first of all, this is where you should have known that it wasn't going to work.
Here we go.
Santos pulled out a checkbook. Nobody pulls out a checkbook anymore.
He writing post dated.
Nobody
writing post dated, Sean.
But they got to excuse the Amish because they might not know that.
They don't know the technology,
they
sir.
might not know.
They don't got no printers and whatnot.
They might not have the cube. They might not have.
Bro, he ain't got square. Like
they might not have that. So they might. But the Amish guy on the news, he was saying, I thought it was weird that he was writing a check. But this guy, he's using his power and his sway,
his influence
to rip people off and to move ahead. And every day, I watch the news every day, several hours a day. I watch the news, and the amount of coverage this guy gets, he can't walk anywhere in the Capitol, in his office in New York, without being swarmed by the media. And he likes it.
He does.
He likes it.
He does.
He doesn't care that why they're following him, as long as they are following him. He's now backtracked on running. He's now saying he's going to run again when he was saying he wasn't going to run a second term. Now he's backtracked and saying.
Now remember when we first talked about him, and I said, "Who actually cares?"
Right. Yeah.
He gonna keep getting voted for.
Yeah.
Again, this go back to what we just talked about with Nikki. You got to vote for the people, right? This guy's proven that he's diabolical. He like an actual supervillain from a movie.
Yeah.
Where like every time you peel back a layer, it get worse.
Yeah.
And you like,
yeah.
Wow.
The worst part is when we find out that he could probably actually fight. Because somebody's going to try to fight him one day, and he's going to put the hands of somebody.
He going to put it all on him. You going to get these paws, sir. It's going to be ugly. Don't try to go fight George Santos because he probably can box for real.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, he diabolical.
Yeah.
If he can't box, he got a diabolical way to make sure you won't win.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's got his thought process is unlike what people are ready for.
That's it. He going above and beyond.
Yeah.
That's how you know the diabolicality, sir.
Yeah.
When you get a super villain, like you could get a regular villain.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Skeletor, it's a regular villain.
Right.
He's not a super villain.
Right.
He's a regular villain. He got to fight you with his hands and, equipment.
Right.
You get a cat like Dr. Claw. You ain't never seen his face in his hand. That's it.
Right.
Super villain,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah. He's a super villain. He uses brain. That's the thing. Like, people don't understand. The thing that separate that the reason why there are real superhumans, but like the way that we're set up to live and to progress through life, it won't allow that. The Most High won't allow that because like, can you imagine? When I was 23, 24, I was super strong. What do they call you? Young and dumb.
That's it.
But then when you get older, you get weaker, and your brain gets smarter.
That's it.
Your brain gets stronger if you allow it to.
That's it. You got to work it. It's
ain't
a muscle.
Ain't nobody gonna let you have a wise brain and a strong body. Like
you gonna turn.
That's what they are in comic books. They smart and they strong.
That's the key.
That's what Batman is.
That's the key.
That's what
That's the key.
That's what Santos is doing. He is becoming a supervillain. He's elevating. He was a villain, and now he's elevating to supervillain because he's realizing that he can do no wrong. And most of the stuff that we are catching him on is laughable.
Bruh.
It's a laughable offense.
Think about every diabolical supervillain on any like cartoon, whatever, right?
Yeah.
They start off with like these bad ideas. Like a regular villain, he starts with a bad idea.
Yeah.
Right? But then at some point, he end up on every TV in the city, right? And he deliver a message.
Right.
And then people have to either be like, oh, well, we not rocking with this dude, or we got to... This guy been on TV with the messages.
Yeah.
And nobody has said yet, we not rocking with dude.
Right. So he's supposed to be under an investigation. I don't take that seriously. I think the Republicans do not want to lose that seat. I just don't see that being taken. I think they're doing that just to appease the people that are really upset. But the Democrats are also the ones that are pushing that agenda, and I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to be talking about Mr. Santos for the next 10 years, maybe.
Yes, he gonna be in Congress until he decides to leave.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All he got to do is do one thing that's effective, and people gonna be like, they forget about all the stuff that he did.
And when you think about it, there's people that are in Congress that have done way worse than what he's done, and they've been in there for 20, 30 years.
It's like 40-something members of Congress right now that's currently under investigation for like an actual crime.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell had polio. He survived polio because he was one of the first to get the vaccine for polio. And he was one of the people that were trying to take down the vaccine for COVID.
Yes.
He was like the lead person. It was like, but you benefited
from a
vaccine. That's why you're here today.
That's it.
Like, but
they just forget, man. I'm just saying, when you get to the point where, like, you get dumb enough to think that money, right, is the motivator, you should not be in Congress.
Right.
Again, we could do competency. We could start doing competency. Maybe we should do this. Everybody, from the time you get in Congress, right, you do competency, right? And they check you on that your initial joint, and they check it every time you get reelected, right, to see how worse you get, right? If you don't get any worse, you solid, you stay here. But once they start seeing you change a little bit, and your regulations and the things that you like stand on start getting fuzzy, you gone.
Yeah. I agree. It's just like when you talk about the money, it's all the money. Like you say, follow the money, you'll find everything.
That's it.
But it's like when you were talking on the last show about how AOC, she couldn't afford an apartment in New York City where she lived, let alone D.C., because she was working as a waitress.
Yes.
And now here we are 2.5 years later, she's worth $4 million.
I'm just saying.
And it's like, for me, that's insane. Like, but me, she doesn't have to explain where that money came from or how she made it. But me as a government employee and you as a government, every year I got to fill out a form saying
how much money
I'm not ethically making money
someplace else.
Yeah, somewhere else. Like I just had to fill that form out and submit it, and they were on me about it, which is crazy. Like,
imagine, Sean, you go anywhere as a government employee, right? And you use your credentials to do anything,
right?
That's a violation. That's a violation. Hatch Act.
That's a violation.
Right?
Yep.
How is it that Santos could go get this stuff as a government person?
Yeah.
You using your aid, so you are clearly using your influence to make this stuff happen. Has it not a violation of the Hatch Act?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't understand. There cannot be a double standard. Again, when we talking about elected officials, we got to look at the whole piece of the pie. Do these people want to include everybody?
Right.
Or are they just doing it to be self-serving?
They're doing it to be self-serving, man.
It's
the egos thing. It's the egos.
That's it.
It is what it is. I mean, it's not what it is, but that's where we are right now.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Unfortunately,
a lot of people need to get in tune with their House representatives, because they House representatives really be the ones who really be holding the city down or your state down, right? It's the ones in the Senate that's really kind of already bought out. They have big conglomerates that's, and PACs that's backing them. Them House people, they strong, and it's just like, these are the junior people. So I'm telling you, get in tune with them. They could really affect how you're going to be living for the rest of your life. Well, at least for the rest of the time that they are in the Congress.
Right. All right. Well, I think we covered a lot of ground on that.
Indeed, man.
Were we good with Nikki Haley running?
I'm not.
Who do you think is going to win? Like, let's get an early prediction.
Of the president?
The White House, yeah. Who do you think is going to win in 2024?
The Republicans are going to win.
You think so?
100%. The Republicans are going to win. And I think that I don't think that the country's going to descend into turmoil like how people think, but I do think that there will be some conversation at the conclusion of whoever the next president, at the conclusion of their next term, the conclusion of their first term, I'm sorry, there'll be some conversation about how we're going to move forward as a country. And I'm going to tell you this is my prediction early, 2028, Wes Moore is going to run for president.
You think Wes Moore, the new governor of Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%. Barack Obama 2.0.
Okay. We'll see. He got the military.
He introduced Barack Obama 20 years ago. That'll be 20 years then at the DNC.
Yeah. Well, by 2028, I'll be able to tell what his character really is. Because, again, he was in the 82nd Airborne.
It wasn't Division. Shout out to Division all the way, Airborne.
Except for you, I've never met one I could trust. So.
I've never been in Division. I was supposed to go to Division.
You were supposed to go. That's
had
right.
A heat
That's
stroke,
right. You had the heat stroke in school.
And
right.
then that was ended
so
my Airborne
there.
career.
You wasn't there. Okay.
My dad was in Division for a lot of years, though. And I got a lot of homies in Division. And I was stationed on the illustrious Fort Bragg, North Carolina.
Yeah,
but I was in the 35th Signal Brigade.
You like 82nd Airborne people? You like them?
A few of them. There's a captain at the time from 373 Cav that I just, woo.
Yeah.
If I seen him outside, it's
Today.
smoke, G.
Today.
Right now. I don't walk outside the door right now, see him walking down the street, it's words in hands.
Yeah.
And I'm a very, very peaceful person now.
Yeah. I mean, we all get that way. You about a month ago, you had to talk me out of hypothetically shooting somebody.
That's it. Hypothetically, sir. Hypothetically, I didn't want nothing to happen. You did? So I'm just saying, this cat he'd be like George Santos.
Right.
You gonna get these paws, sir. You did? But I definitely appreciate this segment though, because political stuff is that's my bag right there.
Right, for sure.
But I feel like
I love the
ready.
news,
That's it, gang.
So those things kind of go together. So
best friends.
All right, we're going to come back and talk about the NBA. A whole lot is going down.
Yes, indeed. Welcome back to Sean and Sean talking about you.
Yep.
Sean.
Yeah.
NBA happened.
Yes.
The NBA is rocking and rolling.
It is rocking and rolling. Well, they're on a break right now.
They're on a break right now.
Till Thursday night.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's All-Star Weekend right now. Just so people get some time for some framing of what we got going on. Last week, guess what I found out, Sean?
What's that?
My very favorite player in the NBA right now is now playing for Phoenix. That player is Kevin Durant. Okay? The Slim Reaper, as they like to call him. I like to go with the old school name, Durantula.
The Durantula, right.
The dude is in my opinion, he's the greatest scorer in NBA history.
You think he will catch LeBron?
I think he would. If he stay in the league, if KD stay in the league for at least, I don't know, probably 7 more years.
7 to 10.
Yeah, I think he got that.
So, but the thing with KD is that he doesn't stay healthy. LeBron is healthy, I would say 90% of the season because he works out like a demon.
I agree with that.
I don't think Kevin Durant works out like that. You don't see the body type.
Yeah.
He's always hurt.
I agree with that.
But he's a walking bucket though.
I'm just saying. So when I think about like kind of how LeBron his makeup is, right? Remember he came out of high school, he didn't have a midi. His midi was wrong, so he always had to drive.
Right.
So LeBron was building his strength so he could always drive.
Right.
When his second year came around and his midi came on,
right,
it was different. Then he was able to drive to the bucket and he was able to pull the midi. As he got older, he stepped it back a little bit further, right? He's like, give you the three a little bit of time and he can give you the midi, right? But he also could drive. The problem that people have with KD is that because he is so small, right? First of all, he can give you this midi standing still. He also can give you the 3-pointer everywhere.
Right.
But then when he drive, he's so long that you can't stop what's happening.
Right.
You dig? So I think his addition to Phoenix is number one going to make Devin Booker a stronger 2. Right. It's going to make DeAndre Ayton a better big man.
You think it's going to make DeAndre Ayton want to be there?
Yes.
Because DeAndre Ayton didn't want to be there.
You got a championship team right now, gang.
And his issue isn't with the organization. He can't stand the head coach.
Listen, the thing about winning championships is that if the players play well enough to win a chip, right, and people could see that it was some ineffective coaching happening, then you bring in a better coach the next year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you just supplement and work it up.
Right.
Or you move one of the assistants, right, who is a good coach, to the head.
Right.
And you work it from there. But I think once Phoenix gel, just think like, I know people give Chris Paul a hard time. He really is one of the best point guards to play the game.
And they don't give him a hard time because of his court prowess. he's kind of like an icy person.
I dig
He's
that.
he's not that great in the locker room apparently.
I dig that.
And that goes a long way towards gelling though.
He ain't won no chip though.
Yeah.
Like, just think he came in one of the best draft class. It was 03.
Yeah.
You came in one of the best draft class. Almost everybody in that draft class got a chip, right? And you played on some of the best teams. You should have won one. So do I feel like, yeah, he probably got a little chip on his shoulder because he should have won one. Then you played for the chip, what?
A few years ago with Phoenix.
So I feel like now you got the best scorer. Kevin Durant is a bucket. He's going to score from anywhere. Devin Booker is a bucket. He don't got to get 74 no more.
Right.
He can get you 35. Let Kevin Durant get you the other 35.
Right.
DeAndre Ayton get you 26.
Right, exactly. Yeah. If they can pull it off, they're going to be great. But Kevin Durant is a very moody person. And when he don't feel like doing something, he ain't doing it. He like a lot of them. He like Kyrie, all of those guys, man.
I feel like when I think about how Kevin Durant played basketball, right?
Right.
If you think about when he was in OKC,
right,
he looked like it was fun to hoop.
Yeah, because it was.
Right?
It was fun. It was fun to watch.
When the organization got rid of him, right, he went to Golden State. It looked fun to hoop. Right? He came back. Remember, he was coming back off of the Golden State years, off of injury.
Right.
He went to Brooklyn. Him and Kyrie and James Harden probably played 18 games
They
together.
didn't play that many games, right?
And then you got Ben Simmons on the squad. They played, 14 games together? That wasn't never going to work.
Right.
Because all of them wasn't in the space to really get it popping. So
Right.
I feel like the situation, though, is dope. Kyrie, though, how you feel about him going to Dallas?
I don't know. I think Kyrie is one of the greatest talents in the game, one of the greatest talents we've probably ever seen in the game. But again, you just never know which guy you're getting. You don't know if you get a no-call, no-show to work for practice.
Yeah.
You don't know if he coming to the game.
Yeah.
If you do come to the game and you work in the public affairs department, you biting your nails the entire time because you don't know what the hell he going to say to the press afterwards,
or before. He might tweet right before the game starts.
To me, he's a talent, and apparently he's a talent that teams are willing to put up with because he's been on so many teams. But at some point, as soon as he diminishes, he's done in the NBA. As soon as he diminishes one thing, he's done.
That's it.
He's there because he's a talent. Like, that's it. It remains to be seen how he and Luka will play. Because Luka is also a difficult person, from what I understand. So we'll see.
How do you feel about the former? I guess he's the former owner now in Brooklyn, trading Kyrie to Dallas just because Kyrie actually wanted to go to the Lakers and he didn't want to go there.
Oh, that happens all the time. That happens all the time in the NBA. Like, it's petty. Everybody say it's about business, but it's not. It's petty. Everything is petty. The same thing happened to Chris Paul when he was supposed to go to the Lakers. Remember, and they were trying to get him to the Lakers when Kobe was still there, and the league came in and vetoed that trade. Yeah. How's the league?
The league's like, nah, buddy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You have nothing to do with it. Like, why are you stopping the trade?
So picture if the league was scared for him to get with Kobe.
Yeah,
Kobe had to work for shots still.
Right.
Kevin Durant is a walking bucket, and you got Devin Booker.
Yeah.
They are a championship team right now.
Yeah.
Remember when Kevin Durant went to Brooklyn, I was like, yo, Brooklyn about to win 4 straight championships, right? And I said, if they could play together, they're going to win it. I know that they could play together in Phoenix,
yeah,
because that's a choice destination.
But and what's his name he has a lot of good leadership qualities, Chris Paul. Say what you want, but he has what it has in him to bring them all together and keep them that way. Even if it's gathered in their hatred for him. That's like, we could do a boot camp. Maybe he does a boot camp situation where, at one point in boot camp, where everybody like, you know what? F this guy. We just going to do everything he say and do it perfectly. That ain't help. Like, that don't make him mad, right? Because you gelling. Like, that don't make
we getting it together, right? We becoming a team,
right?
But best
yeah. That don't make him mad. Like,
I'm with it.
And I think that's what Chris Paul is on. Did you see that Brittany Griner signed a 1-year deal with the Phoenix Mercury yesterday?
I didn't.
Yeah, that came out I saw it yesterday. It might have broke Friday or Saturday.
That's fine.
I didn't think she was going to play anymore.
Me neither.
I did not think she was going to step foot on the court. I thought she was going to be writing books and making appearances and talking about. I thought, because for all y'all don't know, the money's in television.
Yes.
TV got endless money.
Yes.
TV and now the internet.
Yes.
Endless money. And I thought that's the route she was going to go. I thought she was not going to play basketball again. So I was surprised to see that she signed a 1-year deal.
Well, this may be the WNBA's 1975 NBA moment. Remember, 1975?
With Magic and everything.
Magic and Bird, right? And before that season, the NBA said, we need to develop a storyline that's going to sell some tickets. Before that, tickets was $5, right? Maybe Brittany Griner having the situation that she had, right, will empower more women to watch basketball, right? And it just won't be men supporting, like mainly men supporting women's basketball. Yeah. And maybe this is the thing that's going to move it forward. Yeah. I just was telling somebody the other day, like I enjoy women's basketball, and I have for a long time because I like fundamental basketball.
Yeah, it's the skills. Yeah,
indeed. And now that women are taking it upon themselves to get they getting cold at basketball. You get a person like Brittany Griner who cold. You know, my old school favorites like Shamika Holdsclaw,
right, yeah.
Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie.
Yeah,
Remember Lisa Leslie dunked first. I'm not gonna say that. You dunked first.
Dawn Staley, yeah.
You dig? Diana Taurasi, all of these people, Sue Bird. I watched them hoop. Pat Summitt had all of the best females hooping.
Right.
Candace Parker was like she's from the city, so she was like the first person to, in my opinion, to kind of usher in the new age of basketballness.
Right.
But I think that's important, and maybe Brittany Griner going to the Mercury is going to do something dope.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that she's playing. I thought she was done playing. I think we said it on the show. I'd be surprised if she would play again because she really don't have to, but she must really love the game. That's the only reason why she would, because I know she could be set for the. I know these book companies, these printing companies, they beating down her door. Hollywood, everybody wants a story, a movie, so I know she.
What they say, chomping at the bit.
Yeah, I know she's playing basketball because she loves basketball.
I dig that,
and she probably hoping that they can reset her brain. Yeah, because I know she dealing with some crazy PTSD
for sure. Brittany Griner, we up on you, gang.
Yeah, for sure.
We up on you
for sure.
Keep dunking on them, though, G.
Yeah, keep. So, speaking of dunking, did you see Mac McClung? You know who Mac McClung is?
The little short.
Yeah, white dude? He won the dunk contest.
I seen that.
Yeah.
But that dunk was ugly.
It was crazy. It was crazy. And
y'all not doing that no more, bro. Y'all better step y'all game up.
Yeah. So he won the slam dunk contest. Dame Lillard won the 3-point contest. And let me see. Oh, and Team Giannis won the game.
Okay.
So
shout out to Dame though.
Yeah.
Dame is gonna play for the Lakers in 2 years.
Still doing it. You think so? So this is my thought with Dame. I think Dame realizes that he can max out, make about $800 million in his lifetime just playing for the Portland Trail Blazers. I think that Dame is in set my family up mode, and this is the best situation. I think he's gonna retire a Trailblazer. I don't think he's gonna play for any other team.
I rock with that, Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, I dig that. I'm saying this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Dame need a chip. I feel like Portland is never going to put the pieces around him to win him a chip. No. Same way they did with Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter, right?
Well, they went to the finals.
They went to the finals. They wasn't winning the chip though. They didn't have it. They had Kevin Duckworth as their center.
Right.
What you was gonna do?
Right.
You had a bomb point guard and a bomb two, but like your 3 was terrible. I mean, your 5 was terrible.
Yeah.
Your 4 and your 5 was solid, but your 3 and your 4 was solid, but your 5 was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah.
So, but I feel like Dame has already set his family up. He one of the only players in the league that got an insole deal. Like he sell insoles to shoes that help you hoop. Right.
It's like the guy from Popeyes that his wife wanted Popeyes in the divorce, and she thought that would wreck him. But he wasn't making money off of Popeyes.
Yes.
He was making money off the condiment deal.
That's it.
The ketchup. The jelly. That's where he was making the money. She never realized that. So she gave him Popeyes, and he kept the condiments.
That's it, man.
And he kept making billions.
That's it. What is dude name? He got a steakhouse in Slidell too.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
He was a genius. But he started Popeyes, and he was like, all right, yeah, we own. His wife got in the divorce. He's okay,
yeah. Take Popeyes. It's more work than you realize.
He just said, look, this is what he said. Popeyes everywhere can only use condiments that's made by me.
Yeah.
It don't matter what I could charge you $1,000 for each one of these.
Yeah.
You had to use them.
Yeah.
Beat it, dummy.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I'm just saying, man. Like, you know, I feel like there's the space for things to work out however you want to. It just got to be some intention behind making it work.
Yeah, absolutely.
You did?
Absolutely. Yeah. And going back to the NBA All-Star game, I watched the fourth quarter. I actually caught the halftime show. That was pretty good. They had an all African performers. Like they had Thames and what was it, Fireboy, and a couple other African artists. It was really good. It was really good look, different look. You know, I didn't even realize that half the music I listened to today came from African artists. Because you turn on the radio, that's what you hear.
I don't listen to radio.
Oh, you don't? Oh, well, I hear the music when I turn on the stations. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that they were from Africa. Like, so it was good.
I'm rocking with world music and whatnot. I think that's really important. I think during Black History Month, though, for the NBA All-Star Game, it should have been some better representation. Like, especially it's all these it's a lot of Black American players that's playing. I think that at that moment we should have some Black American artists performing for halftime, just so young Black American people, right, young Black American kids could understand the power in Black History Month and where they families came from. You did. I think there's something to that. You know, that's not taking anything away, because there's a lot of African players as well, and I think that they should be represented. I think that when we talking about the All-Star game that happens every year during Black History Month, though, there should be a push to make sure that Black Americans are included in the national conversation.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I said Fireboy, I meant Burner Boy. Sorry about that. Burner Boy. Yeah. So the one thing that people were like, the All-Star game was in Salt Lake City, which is like one of the
whitest places on the planet.
Yeah. What's his name? They got traded from there.
Donovan
Mitchell talked about how much he hated living in Salt Lake City.
That's crazy.
When he was there, how he got pulled over constantly. Like, you know, he and how people out there act like they'd never seen a black person before, and some of the comments he would hear just walking from the arena to his car. He hated. He was their superstar
player. Dude.
He was their superstar. He got them back into the playoffs. Him and Gobert, and both of them are gone now.
Both of them left.
And it's just crazy to me to like, you're filling the arena, you're paying to go see this guy play, but you don't see it. You don't see him as the same person. You know, he's not on the same level as you. Even though he's making a ton of money and everything, he's still getting pulled over by the police. And the police know who he is. They know what cars he drives. They know who they pulling over. They're just messing with him. So I thought it was interesting. And he went back last night and played in the All-Star game. But I thought it was interesting that he wasn't afraid to bring that out and to say that I hated playing here. And it wasn't because of the organization. It was because I didn't feel safe.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we gotta, like, that's a real thing. Safety is a real actual concern, right? I mean, it was a couple years ago, one of the Milwaukee Bucks was leaving Walgreens at night, and a similar thing happened to him. Like,
yep, I remember that.
You can't tell me that you don't think that this person who is in this expensive car is an athlete. You just want to, profile him into being a drug dealer or whatever have you. But I mean, damn, if he even a drug dealer with this type of money, you a beat cop, you should not be stopping him, sir.
Yeah.
You should call your supervisor immediately, because he finna say and do something that's going to affect your career.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they like Karl Malone.
Karl Malone's a pedophile, sir.
They like Karl Malone.
He's a pedophile. I got to say that out loud. He had a baby. He was in college, had a baby with a 13-year-old.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then his baby ended up going to Louisiana Tech, playing ball and all that.
Oh, the girl.
Yeah.
The female. She was nice.
This dude ain't have nothing to do with her life.
Really?
And her mom was 13 when she had a baby by this dude. He was in college.
I remember hearing about
Nobody
that.
said nothing about
I remember that girl. She was an excellent basketball player. Yeah.
But nobody told him he couldn't be in the league or nothing. But like, that's his actual life, sir.
Oh, well. He was there last night, and they were celebrating him, LeBron, and the captain, because all three of them were alive and they were there, and they were Kareem is the captain.
Yeah.
And they were celebrating the three of them because they're the top three on the all-time scoring list. So, KD, please hurry up and get there.
Yeah, please get there, gang. We need you.
Please hurry up and get there. Stay healthy. Do what you need to do.
I do want to say one more thing before we get out of here, Sean. This don't have nothing to do with sports, but I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, there is a concerted effort on Twitter, Instagram, called Claim the Name. That's the hashtag.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
The American Descendants of Slavery are offering training to teach people how to go to OPM, right, and put relevant statements in as to why disaggregation would be important for black people, right? This is going to help us change the numbers to where we can start understanding how slavery and racism and systemic racism, Jim Crow, has affected black people, the descendants of slavery versus every other black identity, and then versus every other identity in America. So if you can, go to ados.org and sign up for the training just so you can understand how to help.
Okay.
If you can.
ados.org.
.org.
All right.
I'm sorry for doing the
No. That's what this is for. No, this is what this platform is for. So I
and
didn't know about
ADOS
that.
stands for the American Descendants of Slavery.
Right.
All right.
And maybe next we got to get into Black history. We didn't talk much about Black history.
Yeah.
We
Next
talked a
episode.
little bit about it in the last January episode, but yeah, we need to talk about Black history a little bit.
Yeah.
And
We going in next episode for
yeah, we need to get, and we also need to get Rosa on here. We keep talking about Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa, sorry, we got you though.
Yeah, we got you, Rosa. Things have been crazy, but we good.
All right.
Yeah. All
My
right.
brother.
Well, we gonna be back.
Thank y'all for watching this first video episode.
Yeah.
How y'all feel about it?
You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
And you can hear our audio where you normally hear it.
That's
So,
it.
You know.
Hit us on Twitter or something.
Yeah, we're gonna keep growing. Like next time, we might have somebody to actually do the multicam thing for us.
Yeah.
Well, there's 3 cameras set up right here, but we can only use one because we don't have somebody to operate the board.
Stop hating, fam. Okay,
Yeah.
stop hating right now.
And then, then we may get a backdrop at some point.
That's
Then
not Sean.
The next thing you know, we might
growing.
be coming to you from space or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Remember
you know?
last time we was on, they couldn't even see our faces.
Right.
We growing.
Yeah, we there.
Till next time, y'all be safe. Look out for each other. I love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. This was Sean and Sean
Talking about shit.
talking about.